Tonya 23 for you. Starting out with a bang, a boom, and a... Testing, testing. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Boy, I tell you, when you pay, you get what you pay for. This is lighter than the mic, so it's like boom, all the time. Why would they? But anyway, you could perfect someone else's pattern. You know that, right? They just leave themselves open for the takeover when that happens. So, yes, greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing this evening? I hope that everyone is doing well. I don't want to strain my little voice, so I'm going to turn up this microphone and hope we don't get no feedback. You know what I'm saying? Because every once in a while, I'm going to have a little sound effect, and I'm trying to learn how to record some sounds to put back on here and like replace some, because some are just corny like this one. But you need a slap, but that's kind of like a not really like a great slap. And you have stuff like that. But I really like this one. That's one of my favorite. And then we have this one too. And that one's kind of cool. No, that one's kind of cool. And of course we need laughter. And I like the fact that
I can go into a little children's voice, a child's voice, because sometimes some of the things I'm gonna say is gonna sound so childish. But I'm petty like that, so don't play no goddamn games. Keep it mature. until it's time for me to tell a joke. But only my jokes matter here. Just a little couple house rules. Uh-oh. Regular voice. Where's my voice?
Hello? Oh, okay. There we go. There's my baby. Her sexy little voice. By the way, her name is Tonya 23. And when you come in the door, do me a favor. Hit the like button and please subscribe. You never know. There's going to be a lot of wonderful content coming on here and guests as soon as I find the worthy. Only the worthy comes here that will be on this channel. So that's one thing coming in the door. When you see guests, you're going to know they worthy because there will be no unworthy guests. And so, yes, how's everybody's day? I hope everybody's day is going good. Me has just been a day of finding clues like Scooby Doo and just solving mysteries, you know? Absolutely. I hope everybody's proud of me because I really have been dotting my I's and crossing my T's and trying so heavily to rely on my intuition a lot more than I usually would. And it's actually working out. So, wish me luck. You never know during this podcast when I'll have to pull this out. And I'm not talking about anything in particular, but just every damn thing at one time. Like, how do you love these politics? Maybe we won't talk about that first because who's they? The ones that are ruining everyone's freaking life. We don't have no kisses for them, only the spy class. And honey, every time I come up for air, something's gone terribly wrong. You mean a man or a woman can't trust almost anyone? You find you've got to have your spyglass almost everywhere you go because there are hidden agendas, traps, snares, and all kinds of gullies. You need everything you can muster to have your protection. We have our talismans and protection jury. We have our crystals and our sigils and everything a goddess needs to tackle the negativity on this planet. And let me tell you, this sound effect says 666. I'm going to use this to describe all the negativity. Let's see what we get. One more time. That is the sound effect that says 666 on the pre recorded sound card. Go figure. So, yeah. Well, since I like to do things in decency and in order, don't forget I have this is the only talisman that I have not that I don't have it on, but I have it here. You know, it was just that I have so many necklaces on, and this is actually very special. It's just as special as any of the golden or silver necklaces or gemstones that you see. My daughter went to on vacation to Jamaica and she brought this necklace back for me. It was something that I really cherish, and it doesn't matter. I put the value on it. So this is irreplaceable and invaluable, and I shall always cherish it, you know? It's that one. One more time. It took that a minute before it came through the speaker. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. All right. Well, anyways, before I started doing this, my day consisted of making a product that I got an order for. So I make natural products with my hands. You can tell my hands have been do some work in their lives. They've put in a lot of work. It's something about a person's hands. That's right. I earn my ducats and I like nice things. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I put in that work. So my hands show it. And that's fine because they get to have their own little spa day and they have their own little massage people that take care of me. And yeah, so that's kind of how that happens. So I this is my nice little fidget spinner and I really like it. When I'm sitting here thinking, I just be spinning and spinning and spinning. And one day it landed on a particular glyph. And you know where that led me into deep investigation. I always loved the mystery of, oh, it stopped there. Why did it stop there? For what reason is there a clue? It's something that I need to know. Well, actually, oh, it moved. Let me see. Can any of you decipher what thus says this glyph, the one right in the front? I know you can see Tahuti. That is in there. Oh, no, 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 no. That is Anubis. I'm sorry. It's inverted, of course. I'm looking through, you know, the computer screen anyway, but you're definitely going to need one of these. And so there is always a hidden message we must decipher together. Do not think you're going to sit there and put it all on me. You deserve a slap for that. Now, everything isn't all fun and games. The world is a very serious place. There are a lot of dastardly, terrible, terrible things going on. And of course, we try not to dwell on it, but we should not act like it is not going on. They said every 3 seconds, someone's being taken off of the planet. And that we just can't ignore. So, tonight, before I give you this great frequency, energetic message that I am led to give you, I am going to say a meditation. Some of you may say prayer. It really doesn't matter if you say prayer, if you know who you're praying to. And if you have the source in mind, then I wish you all the luck in the world that you need for your prayer to reach and be answered. They say a level of a man's uh, prayer answered goes by the amount of inner intent and a measure of intent, or you shall be measured by the content of your personality, not the color of your skin, right? Your color of your skin doesn't measure how much intelligence you can have. How dare anyone even suggest such blasphemy? So tonight, what I choose to do is open up with a nice prayer coming from Speaking with Spirit. And this book is by the lovely Ra Seiki Arts Temple. We give thanks and praises to that sister for her amazing work. Okay. And sister, please come out with part 3 of the Reiki so we can complete the course, honey. We ready. My fellow sister, with all due respect. Much love and peace. And I'm definitely going to invite you on my show for an interview because I have some questions for you, goddess. Yes, and I know that you are the one to ask. So look out for me asking. And yes, so a lot of you may not know what this is. Let me not be rude. This, my friends, is my shungite hat. It's a hat filled with shungite chambers, you know, crystals to protect my brain and my dome from all the electromagnetic symbols that are going around. As you can see, when I wave it in front, it's very powerful. It's actually affecting the computer. You see it? You know, it blocks my brain from being fried while I'm in here trying to be super creative. You know what I'm saying? Each chamber is filled with shungite, and you see this part where your frontal lobe is not filled with the chambers of shungite. That's something. And the very top where your pineal gland is open, but you have all of this is filled with the shungite. You feel me? And I have my blue glasses on to keep my eyes from being fried by the blue light. So much things in preparation. I have my organite pyramids here because of the Wi-Fi box and whatever have you. And so, we are thanking Ter for all the tools and the knowledge of which actually came from our very ancestors that actually had the technology way back when. And so, in the art of mystery um, and metaphysics, and I'm not going to pick out a pre-read, uh, a pre-read thing. I'm just going to go to the magic page. And so I have full faith. I will land on the page with the prayer or meditation that needs to be said during this broadcast. We have full faith of that. So let us go. And we have landed on, I knew it was going to be Native American. I knew it. I landed on this same page yesterday, y'all. And I felt like I needed to share this with the family, but this is directly bloodline related. Okay. I'm going to read the Chippewa prayer and I'm going to go right into the second page that says Mayan prayer of the 7 directions. That is a beautiful prayer. And I always like to show receipts. So you guys see, I landed on the Chippewa page and the page of the Mayans. 7 directions. So let us get started. Chippewa prayer. O Father, whose voice I hear in the winds, and whose breath gives life to the world, hear me. I am a man/woman before you, one of your many children. I am small and weak. I am your strength and wisdom. Let me walk in beauty and make my eyes ever behold the red and purple sunsets. Make my hands respect the things you have made through me. Make my ears sharp to hear your voice through my ears. Make me wise so that I may know the things you have taught my people. The lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. I seek strength, Father, not to be superior to my brothers or sisters, but to be able to fight my worst enemy, myself. Make me ever ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes, so that when life fades as the fading sunset, my spirit may come to you without shame, by the brother Chief Tom S. White Cloud. And we say chief as respect. He may not be a chief, but his name is Tom S. White Cloud, respectively. Yes, to the Chippewa tribe, peace, love, light. Now, we have our Mayan prayer of the seven directions. So I will turn to the way, facing east. Facing east. House of light, may wisdom dawn in us so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action so we may do what must be done. And from the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. And then I will turn around for from above, house of heaven, may star people and ancestors be with us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. And as we chant the native words, we say, O Yum Hanab Ku Ivam Maya I Maho. O Yum Hunam Ku Ivam Maya I Maho. O Yum Hunab Ku Ivam Maya I Maho. Which translates to, O Mother Source, the harmony of mind and nature. This phrase combines Mayan and Tibetan language. Ashe, Ashe. And this was submitted by Kamara Muhammad El Shamesh. Ashe. And we thank everyone for their prayer submissions. And when we start having our temple sessions, which will be on Saturday or Sunday, but I like it to be on Sunday just because Saturday is Saturn's day and I do my own personal work at that time. So we will have our first frequency message. Let's get started. And we start out with applause and laughter. Laughter is good for the soul. One more time. Wasn't that funny? Oh my gosh. So many jokes nowadays. So I always start with a card from the great grand holy mother so she gets a chance to speak for herself. And Offset Isis is the deck that we are using right now. And we are going to just get one card to get us started, and I'll deliver her message and add the Tonya 23 experience. I love to be in good mood. In good moods, I should say. Life is so serious all the time. When we have a chance, we shall have laughter. Okay, goddess, what is the message that you have for the people this evening? Uh-oh. This is good, but it can be a challenge, or it indicates challenges. But challenges come so that we learn our lessons and overcome, right? We overcome and we learn our lesson and we ingrain it deeply into our very being so that we don't repeat any harmful actions, and we begin to work on correcting our actions, moving forward, never beating ourselves up too much about the past because we have to stay focused to move forward. I want you to really, 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 really take this away with you this evening. If you're focusing on the past, you are taking away clarity from the present and the future. That is taking away from the present and the future. Now, when I was pressing the other button, it wasn't working, but I pressed the slap in the face and it worked. That is the slap of awakening. That is the slap of I am now woke. That is the slap of we're not going back to sleep so we can receive another. No one wants to keep receiving no's, so we're going to continue to stay woke. Continue to stay woke.
Continue to stay woke, family. Because as the children of the world, we really need the adults to be awake, okay? That means stop sleeping and pay attention. The children need you to pay attention at all times because children are supposed to be asleep. If they're missing it, it's because children are supposed to miss it. It's up to the adults to stay woke. Nowadays, the children have to be awoke in place of the parents. Where does that happen? We're in the real world now, sissy.
Okay. So the card we have picked this evening is called For the Brother in Darkness. The Brother in Darkness, as I was talking about before, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. I absolutely sat here and make sure you rewind. Make sure you rewind because uh, I definitely spoke this. I did say we need to overcome, and it came out in the opening prayer we talked about getting over life's humps and overcoming, right? And focusing on the current and future. not so much dwelling a lot on the past because there's nothing you can change. Unless you have a spectacular message of wisdom that you need to keep referring to, we don't need to keep going back unless it's for the good times. By all means, do that. Um, Whatever keeps your frequency up. And so the goddess is saying that our brothers are in a perpetual darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Now, of course, this doesn't apply to all of our brothers, but it is something that needs to be addressed and addressed now because the goddess chose now in divine order. So it is for us to discuss. Let us read exactly what the goddess means when she says there's brethren in darkness. And for our number philosophers, this is on the page 189, which is 1718, and 1 plus 8 is the 9. And so we're talking about frequency, and that's a high vibrating number. It is the highest, 9, okay? 10 starts its own field of vibration, but the natural numbers, 9 would be the highest. So this is a very high vibrating message we're going to talk about and receive from the goddess. And I hope that you are all receive it as such. Let me get I'm using this as my glasses, my spy glass. It makes me feel like I am solving a high science mystery. It's actually just my glasses and a handheld thing, my eyeglasses. Okay, let's get our brothers out of darkness. Overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in darkness indicates that there is negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test, beloved initiate. You shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. Now, has everyone received that?
What?
Say,
What?
somebody did.
What?
This says that there is, and as I'm reading this, I would like for us all to take it personally because it's going to sound like I'm taking it personally. And it's because I am, because I'm taking the message personally and I'm applying it to myself. So that is exactly what you should be doing so that you can get the most out of the message. Because this message is for us all, universal. Okay. Now it says, the brother in darkness indicates that there is negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed toward you. That is providing you with the spiritual test, beloved initiate. Well, now we're going to have to, like I said, I always have my spiritual talismans, which are my spiritual protection from my enemies. Thine enemies do send out negative energy towards others. Okay. And when I say you, I mean the world. Because the goddess is saying that negative energy, okay, let's read the exact words again. Say, she said, she said, negative energy is either within you or outside of you, but it's being directed towards you and it's putting you through a spiritual test. That means that we're going to have to we're going to have to kick some spiritual ass, family. Is somebody getting ready to catch up or catch some up out in these streets? Because we won't have nobody just throwing negative energy at us and it tossing us to and fro into spiritual tests. Now, at this time, you would evaluate, is the negative energy within or is it on the outside? And in my particular case, I would say it's on the outside because I am pure love. I am pure love. I am pure love. Okay. Pure love over here. I don't harm anyone. I don't want to. I only protect myself and my family and loved ones. I don't bother people. I don't want what's yours. I'm not after anybody else's stuff because I'm too busy chasing my own bag. Just like that. And that's the way it is. So, the negative energy that's being thrown towards you, do not be afraid. They're cowards, especially the ones that can't face you and fight head up. Punks, punks, and sissies, I tell you. There is a test that you are currently moving through because you are ready to progress more deeply into wisdom, light, acceptance, and inner peace. The test is in the guise of a negative energy source, or apparently it's outside of you, but for some of you, it is within. In truth, we are all one, and the world is our mirror for whatever healing task lies within. Even though sometimes the source of difficulty appears to be external, rather than opportunity for us to gain mastery within our own responses to inner healing. Inner healing. Inner healing. Someone say that again. Inner healing. We all would like to think that it's outside of us because we're pure love, right? Remember that? I am pure love. I am pure love. I am pure love. Come to find out, the problem is you. You're too busy. You're too busy thinking everybody else out there is sweating you. And so, therefore, it's creating mental archons of procrastination for you. What is that? A mental demon, something that is there only in your mind. Because, honey child,
Because, honey child, it is not real. And if it was, you could kill
mental demons simply need to be cut at the very thought, right? We are reprogramming our minds. So when we are being our own worst nightmare by thinking everyone out there is after us, that is where the problem lies. Slap yourself, slap yourself, slap yourself. The world is so much bigger than what you're thinking. And it is a figment of your imagination most of the time, but a lot of us, I was going to say a lot of you, but just like you and us, enemies are absolutely real. But until they physically exert themselves toward you, what, 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 what can they possibly do? They're only a threat physically. But if you have a mental threat, well, those are the ones that you prefer. Those are the ones that you can commit as many murders as you would like. No one's going to hold that against you. So, when these negative thoughts come to our mind, even if they are being redirected toward us from our enemy, do not receive it. When it comes, recognize and then slap it out. Throw it over the edge. Cut it off. Kill that noise. That's where that phrase came from. Kill that noise. Kill whatever thoughts you have coming to your mind because they can't do you any harm dwelling on them. That is when you know they got you and you need another slap. When you have got, it's because you're still thinking about it. My dear, let me tell you, take it from a pro. Lots of people don't like me, and it's only because of the grand day I was born. If you were to see a natal chart such as mine, you would say, well, I can't stand you myself. Because the perfect placement is that I'm so very magnetized with positivity. I don't have to fake it. I can just be me. And that is the wonderful part about it all. But let us further read about our brothers in darkness. In all truth, we are all one. The world is our mirror for whatever healing task lies within. Okay, so we found out that a lot of time we think it's external rather than take the opportunity for us to gain mastery over our own destructive inner thoughts. Guidance comes to you in this oracle now to become more conscious of the negative energies within, or become more conscious of the negative energies that are directed towards you as well. Being not fearful, but instead learning how to put an automatic cloak over yourself to guard yourself from unnecessary negativity. There's no need for fear and there's no need for negativity. There is just need for more conscious, loving responses. If you have somebody that's always disrespecting you, you need to put them aside and love yourself. It could be a very important person in your life. And it may be missing out on opportunity, but you can't do something great by hurting yourself. If someone is doing that, you need to get rid of them. Don't let anyone hurt you anymore. The goddess wants you to do it. There's a time and place for everything. Absolutely, if there's violence involved, rapidly run. Do what you have to do to get out of there. And I send my prayers with you right now that whatever you have to do to get free, I pray you have every opportunity to do so. But don't continue to let anyone hurt you. And if you're doing it to keep a job, I know how that can be. It's very stressful and you end up blowing a gasket and you could very well need mental health help after that. No job is worth it. It simply isn't. But we all do need to survive. So consider taking your own talents and using them to earn what you need. I would rather do a simple life job than to be degraded to be something, to try to be something great, to please others that are definitely not concerned about your well being. And that would be most workplaces. It's all an illusion because, as you could see, when you are not living up to their standards, once you stop doing that, things go downhill quickly for us, don't they? Oh yeah, I know how that can be. These jobs can be so degrading and can make you feel low for that couple of dollars you receive for that hour. Oh, so low they can make you feel. The goddess. The goddess is here to help you get away from all of that. What a sunken place that was. I don't wish anyone to spend any time there. Guidance comes to you to make you more aware of and be more conscious of the negative energies either within you or outside of you without being fearful. There's no need for fear. There is just a need for more conscious, loving responses. And so I shall make a conscious, loving effort to assess some of my responses as well. Sometimes we could be busy and like brush a person off or, you know, just whatever it is. Let's just try to
Let's just try and slow down for a minute and just really talk to someone the way you want to be talked to. Just try it for 1 week straight. You should be able to get through that. And I'm not even gonna do any name calling. Children shouldn't be caught doing that.
You have to get back to your regular male voice to start saying mean things.
but we don't do that. We are very polite and we are very thoughtful of other people's thoughts around here. So let us continue. In the story of Isis, the destructive emotions of her dark brother Set led to the murder of her beloved husband, Osiris. He did not stop there. He also attempted to destroy her beloved divine son child. How terrible is that? He, the brother wanted to kill the husband The brother chopped up the husband in pieces and sought after killing their newborn son as well. Sought to kill him and take over his rightful rulership. Set teaches us that destructive emotions can gain awful power if we leave them unchecked and do not consciously respond to them. Huh? As they say, unchecked, one can turn into a monster. That's right. A monster, I tell you. This oracle comes as a spiritual revelation. Oh, wait, I forgot to say. Hold on. Left unchecked and do not consciously respond to them, Isis teaches us that love, faith, persistence, courage, and intelligence and honest awareness can overcome even the darkest power. Your guidance is to rise above fear, anger, jealousy, or hatred within you, or directed towards you now. And most of the time, it is directed towards you. But we are shutting it down with a nice little groove. Oh, you're out of here. Okay? We're going to hit you with the groove and then a slap. Okay? That's how we're going to take care of that. And this will require your minimum strength to be fiercely compassionate and not to judge or resist out of fear. Compassion is the great strength. It sees the truth in all situations and does not pander to lies, deceptions in order to paint everything is nice. Compassion is wisdom, but sometimes it has or you might catch a China Dodger. Compassion is great strength. It sees the truth in all situations and does not pander. Compassion is wisdom. It knows that a wolf can cause harm, even if it is dressed as a sheep. You are guided to be attentive and honest about negative influences within or directed towards you without judging them or their source or paying undue attention with fear. You simply need recognition and then respond with compassion and clear, loving, firm boundaries. Remember, what's happening here is first, what we're doing, it's a three-part thing here, is what I picked up. You're simply recognizing, okay? You're simply recognizing the negativity, where it's coming from, how it's coming from, who it's coming from, right? And then you are responding with compassion. But by this time, you have clear, loving, direct boundaries now. Since you want to be disrespectful, boundaries have to be set. That's what happens when you want to be the 666ers. Boundaries get set for 666ers. Happily done. We're not going to sit there and play the violin with you at all. So, this boundary will very often be an internal shift energetically for you. It may not require any further action than this. Listen to your heart and trust in your guidance. You are guided, however, to respond now and check the growth of any negativity before it becomes more consuming than it needs to be. Check it at the door like you do your coat at the club because it doesn't need to be consuming for you at all, my friend. My children out there, don't let negativity consume you. Get away from it. In other words, in plain English, UK English, check that shit at the door, bruv. Check that shit at the door, bruv. Um, Trust your feminine values within, whether man or woman, and don't believe for one moment that you are obliged to wear another's negativity for them because you damn sure are not. We will not be wearing anybody's negativity suit. I like my clothes custom fit. Thank you very much. You may stand true in your purity of heart and be safe. If you do have negative energy rising within you, the same stands true. Get away and be safe. Don't go over the edge and hurt nobody. Have compassion and witness it, but don't believe that you have to identify with it. That means don't let nobody bring you into your lower self. I don't care if you have to cut the conversation right then and there. Then that might in turn hanging up on someone. But do it. Do it fast. Here is a nice little prayer. Brother in darkness, you are loved, loved fiercely and with compassion. There is nothing to fear or judge or resist, just acceptance, allowance, and being seen. From the light in my heart, now I see you. I do not judge. My response is compassion. I understand, and I release you now. Be released. Be released. You
Are now being released for the last time. Goodbye. Be and flow.
be and flow. But from my energy field, you must now go without will or force, but through love and peace. All negativity from my energy field is now released. And you close it out. It's as simple as that. Feel free to rewind, write down the passage. It is all of 7 lines. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 10 lines in completeness. And it reads again. Brother in darkness, you are loved, loved fiercely and with compassion. There is nothing to fear or judge or resist, just acceptance, allowance, and being seen. From the light in my heart, now I see you. I do not judge. My response is compassion. I understand and I release you now. Be and flow. But from my energy field, you must go without will or force, but through love and peace. All negativity from my field is now released. And the lightning always seals the deal. So will it be, so shall it be, so mote it be, do what thou wilt, that this prayer shall go where it needs to go and not be stopped. Absolutely. So thus ends this bit of wisdom. Going to keep all my brothers in my meditations and prayers, that no darkness befalls you, and that if it does, you can quantum quickly see your way out. Always with love and peace from the goddess Tonya 23. I also wish myself peace, love, prosperity. And oh, I want to leave you with this that you can use throughout the week. I almost forgot. I want to share something out of the Reiki book number 2, level 1 Reiki. I am a level 3 master. Um, Shimpenden is what it's called in Japanese. You have level 1 Okodun. Level 1 Shoden, number 2 Okodun, and number 3 Shinpenden. And so there are different kinds of styles, and I actually created my own style, but it's more comedic than anything. But I have a resource from Reketi Kajara Nia Ya Nebhet, which is Raseki Arts Temple, and I wanted to share with you ancestral, um, African ancestral colors. All right, so the weekday starts on Monday, ends on Sunday. These are the colors really quickly, going from Monday to Sunday. Monday, red, blue, and black. Friday, orange, gold, and green. Tuesday, well, they're not in order, so not in your order, but this is how it goes. I'll read them in order, by the way. Monday, red, blue, and black. Tuesday, yellow, red, and gold. Wednesday, yellow, red, and black. Thursday, green, blue, red, and white. And Friday, orange, green, and gold. Saturday, indigo, white, and black. And Sunday, violet, white, and black. And as you could see, peace and Ahara Reiki to all of you. Ahara Reiki to all of you. That is my style of Reiki. It's called Ahara Reiki. And it is by using the Eye of Heru. The Eye of Heru is the focal point when I am administering that Reiki. And it comes from the hands. So I will be doing some distance Reiki over um, YouTube. I have to do some sessions. And yes, so I will see you guys again very soon. Hopefully, tomorrow I will be able to come and do another set. I ask the ancestors to be with me. I thank them for being with me tonight. I know that they are all in this room happy to see me sharing healthy information. And I love doing this. And this part is my niche because I wanted to do a few things to see. I love the storytelling and I love to share this information. So I do have some great, great herbs, new ones that I'll be gathering the information to share. And I'll be back tomorrow with something to add. Not making any promises, but what I'm going to add, you'll be able to take it and apply it to your life and actually come up with some positive progression results. Because if we can't do that, at least, at minimum, we don't say anything. And I am a minister of wellness. So, all my wellnistas out there, I love you, and I'll see you again soon. And remember, no negativity from anyone. Shut it down with love and compassion. But shut it down you must. Peace. Until the next time. Love from myself and Saket's Coven. Ashe. Didn't we have our music to go out? Yes, we did. Hold tight. Let's take our time and slow down sometimes. It's okay. It's all right. Let's rock out on the way out. This a groovy beat, don't you think? I love it. I might just put some tracks on there and record it and use it for my little intro since I won't be flagged using this beat. So no one else better not use it. We don't want the thunder and the lightning to come down on you. I don't know. I was going to end the stream, but I don't feel like it right now. It's just something when the groove comes on. Oh, I'm very, very sound oriented. I travel to other star constellations and planets on the groove. I'm the groover. I grab a groove frequency and I ride it wherever I need to go when I'm astro projecting. We'll talk about that later. Some people have different tools. Some people like to have silence or whatever. Sometimes I do that, but mostly not. I'm a musical person and you never know what groove I'm going to carry. It always has this like spiritual message. Every morning I wake up with a song. Naturally, every day for 52 years. And very rarely do I repeat. Have you ever noticed your memories on Facebook? Do you know they're looped? They seem to prove that we're living in a loop, that this life is a loop life. Let's turn this down just a bit. Yes, family. I noticed that last year on a particular day, let's just pause this because we're going to rock out and groove. It's 2 minutes and 44 seconds. And since we're on the 444 frequency, we're going to rock out to this whole outro, intro, outro, intro, outro. And on the way out, but I don't want to get past what I was going to say. We need to pay attention and just stop sometimes because we miss out on the most subtlest things. Like I said, with Facebook, I noticed that on a year loop, I went into my memories, and lo and behold, I had taken some pictures. Which people say, "Oh, you got too much pictures." Da 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 da. I am protected by my source that allowed me to come through my mother's womb alive. I stayed in the incubator 2 weeks because I was a preemie, but I came on the day I was supposed to, which was November 16th. I never forget that day in 1970. Okay? A goddess re entered Earth's atmosphere on that day. And she's walked in that light ever since. Even in her darkness, she was a goddess, which is why she emerged a phoenix. But I had on the same outfit 1 year prior on the Facebook memories. And through the years, I've paid attention to it and I've actually found it about 5 times I actually had on the same outfit on that particular day, on that very day the year before. And I've even posted it a few times just to bring it to other people's awareness to see if they can find it. Because if we get enough people to say that they found it and they come with the receipts, then we can prove that we're somewhere on a time loop in a Sims game and someone's playing us like a freaking Monopoly game. It is a conspiratorial theory that most of us have heard, especially if you've been on the planet more than 30 years. You may have heard this as a simulation. So I'm looking forward to happen again for it to happen again soon. And when it does, I shall reveal it to all, of course, because it blows me away every single time. I'm like, wow, I had this same thing on. Either that or how fixed am I? You see, what does that say about myself? That on not even thinking about it, on the same day the next year, I would put on the same. Does that mean that I am in a loop? Am I just simply reliving the days in a loop? Interesting. Are we individually in a loop living our lives? You got to admit, sometimes it does feel repetitive, like a big slap in the face. It does feel repetitive a lot of times. And you find yourself saying, hey, I know I've done this before because you have. And you're simply just going a little mad, you know? But a lot of things are simply a loop. Apparently, allegedly. Well, for some reason, I can't let you go without completing what I came to start. So I had two decks, and this other deck is my white light oracle. And white, as in the color spectrum white, light is equated to etheric, angelic. Well, this thing is so light, so cheap and light. I am definitely gonna have to wait it. I gotta wait. Where's my magnets? I have a stack of magnets. I am definitely going to weight you down. Um, yeah, the white light is just the spectrum, and which is said by man to be the light of God, or when you are in God's presence, you will see a white light shining. But I actually don't think that it would quote a white light. It might say light shone. Shone is to shine in a glorious way, to shone. And I believe it says that and not exactly white light, because the world has begun to equate everything good with white, and that absolutely is not true. So let us see what the white light oracle has for us. This is a very highly spiritual deck in my hands. Move this over so I can shuffle without knocking it down. Do everything on the four. So four, four shuffles. Everything on the four. I'm on the 444 frequency. I'm a 444 goddess. On the 23 frequency. On the 23rd frequency. I actually worship my beloved mother, and she is on the 444 frequency, but so am I. I have three children. They're all 4 years apart. Like, to the day, 4 years apart. It's crazy. But yeah, 444 has been in my life for a very long time. Um, a lot of my gods and goddesses, I have that are on that frequency naturally. And so when I did my natal chart, this is important to connect yourself with the deities that are attached to you. It's nice to, in a lifetime, learn who they are because for whatever crowd or whoever may listen to this video, we all have deities attached to us through our DNA because of our ancestral connections. Simply, basically put, nothing spooky about it. Um, and they're always with us, and we can access them through our DNA and our mind. So, like I said, when my mom transitioned, I consciously decided to deify her, and it's shown a great blessing for me and my family. It's shown a great blessing. And so I have begun to create my own philosophy of what this is all about. Because part of your birthright is taking the opportunity and knowing, be conscious that you have the opportunity to try and explore and figure out all that you must, all that you can. And I feel that as a human being, you should have the desire to know what this is all about. Like spiritually, be interested in the unknown, the unseen, be interested in how it's connected to the seen world. It is very pertinent that you incorporate this part into your life so you can kind of take control and your mastery. It's part of your mastery. So as I shuffle our white light oracle that has the beautiful wolf on the front, we shall cut 4 times and see what thus says. What is the message the goddess would have for us? And you can see it before me. I just need to see it to read it. What does that say? Theta of Venus. Oh, yes. Theta is a state. We have, it's a wave state. We have beta waves. We have waves. Theta is the calmest frequency, I would say. Hey Siri, give me the definition of theta waves. There is no need to give misinformation now. Theta waves. Any of the brain waves consisting of theta rhythm. We know that. What else? Tell us something else. Any of the brain waves consisting of theta. Oh my God. That was disgusting. Theta waves, the purpose are slower than gamma. You have gamma, beta, and alpha. The purpose of theta brain waves are slower than gamma, beta, and alpha waves, but faster than delta waves. Your brain produces the theta wave. Theta waves the rhythm, generate the theta rhythm, a neural oscillation in the brain that underlies various aspects of cognition. So there's various levels of cognition at the theta wave state, and this is a example of a theta wave. And so let us read what the goddess wants to tell us about theta of Venus. Because as you know, all the planets have their own wave state. Everything has its own wave state. And the theta waves of Venus are very important to the inhabitants of Earth. Of course, you know this. You must know that all the parts work together in divine order in order for us to have this glorious life that we've been given. It's card number 25, by the way. That would be your lucky number 7. So this message will and must go forth. Again, lots of thunder, lots of thunder, lots of Oya, lots of thunder. Oya is the Orisha of thunder. She loves it. So do I. She's actually an Orisha that's tethered to me. I am tethered to her. I read her story. I am reading myself. Theta of Venus. Page 141. That's a 6. That's a 6 in case you wondered. Page 141 reads, attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. The goddess is in the building, okay? That's why I said, let me go ahead and complete my mission that I was sent here by the goddess to, so she could work through me. She wasn't done yet. You know, I went through my little antics, but the goddess wasn't done yet. And the key is to be obedient and surrender when need be. So the underlying unequivocal message for tonight is love and how you show it, but use it assertively. Absolutely. The very first sentence. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. So we talked about how every planet has frequencies, and we're getting our love frequencies to share or not share with others by the movement of the planet Venus. Only the thunder and lightning on this board is appropriate. That is it. Venus is to be revered. She is the planet of love, which in our lives is more than 50% of the consummation. Most of us are consumed with love in one way or the other. Why not pay attention to it, the planet and its frequencies? You claim you're such a loving person, but you're not into astrology and you're not into Venus. Well, I beg to differ, because how could you possibly be? How could you be so into love and you don't even know about the planet of love? That's send them to the guillotine and the firing squad. They got to go. And that's ludicrous, I tell you. Now, the higher frequency, purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, shame, and jealousy when they arise within you or around you. This is exactly what Isis was saying. This is exactly what Mother or said. Oh, I must pull this back out because it's the same exact message. Our brothers in darkness. What page was that? One. The brothers in darkness. 149. It said exactly, pretty much word for word. I'm putting them side by side. I have both the text side by side now. Now, this one said, let's see, 189. Yeah, the brother in darkness, 189. It was to do with fear and overcoming negative energy with amplifying your feminine power. But it was about negativity being thrown at you by an outside source or negativity within, right? So the lesson was, I'm sorry, I'm not talking in the mic. We talked about negativity, and we talked about negativity being thrown at you from an outside source, how to handle that. And we talked about dealing with negativity within, anger, jealousy, and whatever have you, as we're moving towards mental mastery. So this said, stay clear of the negativity, right? We have that there. Now, Venus is saying, acknowledge the lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, and shame where they arise around you, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new way and a more positive light. It just is what it is. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. Somebody need to kill that noise. Somebody is stuck on things such as uh, fragility within groups. Somebody is having a hard time detaching themselves from groups and being loved independently and loving who you love and loving who you want to love, regardless of what man may throw at you. We are coming to a point where you must let go. All must let go. You may have your judgment, your fear, and your doubt and shame. We're not telling you to accept anything you do not accept. But what is being said here is that it is time for a higher consciousness in some of us. And let's just face it, some of us are not ready. We're not ready to put down racism. We're not ready to put down white fragility. We're not ready to put down uh, us against them. We're not ready to put down um, the politics that's correct. We're not ready to put down corrupt politics. Okay? But to walk in a higher consciousness, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do it. How can you walk in a higher consciousness and you're a racist, or you're a sexist, or you're a feminist, or you're a maleist, or you're a Marxist, or a Zionist, or an Islamist, and any of these ists, anything ists? How can you actually be not saying is talk about issue awareness, which we all know our communities need to be talked about. And that's what the brothers are out here doing and the sisters. But I'm going to become a sister that addresses some of these issues in my community because there is a need for more sisters, for more mothers to come up to the plate, to step up to the plate, and that's what's going to happen. But see, we do what we do when we walk our lives, but now it's time to talk about it. They said walk the walk, don't talk. But now it's time to talk about it. Cause see, we walking and y'all ain't looking right. Y'all ain't looking through the right lenses. Because what you're coming up with is not the results is not helping our people. So we're gonna stop dwelling all on that and just become better human beings. And I think that would solve the race issue. That would solve the I have more than you and I'm not giving it back issue. Because when you're dealing in truth and you want to walk in a higher consciousness, you can't keep what's not yours. Your heart space won't let you do it. Your heart space won't let you be corrupt. If you're a police officer, your heart and you walking in a high consciousness, your consciousness is not gonna let you set that young black man up with drugs that's not his and send him off to prison away from his family and friends. You can't do that walking in a higher consciousness. So it's gonna be a lot of judgment, non-judgmentally. But we can't help what our eyes see. If you are found out as being corrupt in your profession, you need to leave it alone. And Big Mama's not going to stop until all the positions are filled with worthy people. The quickening is real. You're not going to play games, or you might try, but it's not going through this time. Mm-mm. You're going to have to do your shadow work, buddy. You're not going to be able to walk through the fog and not run into a glass. Pay attention. It's time for a higher consciousness. Yes, I know we have issues as a people. Yes, I know we got hella issues. We got hella issues from north, south, east, and west. That statement alone should say I understand. But even me personally, let's just not even talk about anybody else right now. Me personally, I'm ready. Yes, I love who I am. I love my people. Yes, I do. And they do come first. But I am ready for a higher consciousness. I am ready to move past dealing with the trauma. I am ready to show where the healing is, show where I am healed, show my progress. I am ready. Not perfect, but what I have come through, which is a lot, I'm ready. So come, all ye who not thinketh not robbery, to come and share a little time at the Tonya 23 Experience channel. Because you're only going to get love on a heart space here. Even when I'm challenging different difficult titles and situations. Because let's just face it, people. There's a lot to talk about. And we don't want to have to keep slapping nobody. We want to laugh sometimes. But let's just face it, it's not much to laugh about until you consciously make a joke. Sometimes life can be so much you just gotta laugh or you cry. That's being said a lot. Laugh or cry. Where's the happy medium? It's within you. You make yourself the happy medium. Now, let's finish reading this. You are ready for a higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. but allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. So I pulled this card for everybody, but I feel it personally. How about you? This is my question to you all out there who will listen and hear this. It is 10:58 p.m. Are all of your children in the home, nice and tucked away, just going to sleep? I hope so. And I wish everybody a safe night's sleep. All that have to go to bed early on a Friday. But my question to you all would be, are you ready? Are you ready? Because we can be in a new life perspective. We'll give ourselves some time. This happens quantumly, but tomorrow. Tomorrow, as of midnight tonight, is the 23rd, September 23rd. They're always saying how on September 23rd, some sort of huge disaster is going to happen. Perhaps the rapture. Perhaps an asteroid will knock a chunk off of Mother Earth. And we hopefully, certainly not. But on the 23rd, it's always been this thing. 23rd on 2023. It's supposed to be quite the day, and everyone is alarmed and wanting to see how these next 24 hours is going to play out. Let me just finish this for you. As we move into this fearful time, others are in fear, but we are not, because we are ready for higher understanding. What higher consciousness thing is going to happen on the 23rd? Huh? Will the awakening happen in the quickening today? No man knows the time of the hour. So don't fret over the 23rd, because it's going to be a day. There may be some events that happen out of the ordinary, but it's not the last day. So fear not, all you who believe, turn it on within. So allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique and beautiful, highly spiritual path. Venus is our, we say, grand rising, but Venus is our morning and evening star, a stellar goddess, okay? The planet is being referred to as a goddess, Venus. The stellar goddess and guardian of transitional awareness and higher consciousness. Higher consciousness of the heart. Oh, I'm getting ready to walk the dog with this. I'm going to take my time with this, y'all. Because we are going to be on a higher consciousness already by the time this is over. It's in the heart space. You connect with Venus. She is the guardian of consciousness, a stellar goddess and guardian of transitional awareness and higher consciousness. Be aware and know when you're ready for something new, when you're ready to just let go of all that held you bound. You can't love all people because you're bound to your race in loyalty to not embrace love wherever it might be. Consciousness. What level is your consciousness on? And how can you evolve? Because it's okay, we're all at different stages. But at what point do we evolve and transition into a higher consciousness? I'm transitioning as I'm speaking right now. I feel myself breaking away from the dumb shit. Let's just be for real. I even feel a little teary eyed only because of the heart space and how big it is and how strong and courageous it is ready to break out of the bullshit. We need to come together as a people to stop the damn corruption. We are all being used and abused and sprayed daily like roaches. I can't even not talk about this. What are we going to do? Tears of joy. Tears of joy and love that I can finally be me and say, I'm tired of the dumb shit. I'm tired of not being able to say what the hell I want to say and have this big ass filter. I want to take people for who they are, not for what they have to perceive to be. Oh, you black power. Every time I see you, that's what you better be talking about. Don't allow people to put you in a box like that. Don't allow it because you can very well tie any ills in society to consciousness. Somebody else got to be up here already. Somebody got to be up here. Somebody got to be up here. Why not me? Why not me? Goddess says she loves unconditionally. I can't call myself a goddess if I don't love unconditionally. I have to look at everybody as a being, as the being that they are, not for what they great grandparents did and this and that. Because if they are a beautiful being, then they will correct those wrongs. This lifetime, this lifetime. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. The world has got to come to that conclusion fast, real fast, or we're going to hear it in real time. Continuing to follow those that mean you no good, no kind of way. Whether it's political, whether it's medical, we could be here forever talking about the corruption and the ills of our society. But let's just face it. I'm gonna finish reading this because it's spiritual and it's going to coincide with what I'm actually saying also. And I don't even know that. I'm just telling you it's going to. Because this is something that needs to be said, so everything in divine order is going to fall in place. Without a plan, you sometimes you got to move forward with half a damn plan. What we going to do? How we going to do it? What is the plan? Just move forward in the right manner, and then you won't have to worry about it. Where's this page? You know that your moves, whatever they may be, are in order, right? So That's how we're going to move forward. I felt the shift and it brought tears to my eyes. I do not care. It is okay. It is okay. Some of you need a good cry. Some of you can't cry even if you try. My. That's all I would say to that one. What is a man if he can't cry? He don't gotta be boo hoo hoo all up in people's face, but really, what is a man or a woman if they cannot cry? That is its page. Let me see. Out Theta of Venus 141. That is the outward show of your heart space. You just saw my heart chakra completely open. I can shut it. Don't get me twisted. But I don't want to. I don't need to. There's no need for me to shut it. The goddess is asking us to show it, to open our hearts a little more. Guard it, but open it. Have your discernment. Just know what to do. Stop having to be told. Feel what's within. And then you can proceed forward. You know the right thing. You will know. Just think about how you want yourself to be treated in every situation. You'll if you love yourself and you don't abuse yourself, then you're not going to do that to anybody else. Period. But again, most of us are ready to take it higher. Like right now, no turning back. I really love that. I really learned that love is the answer. But mankind doesn't know how to apply it to solve serious issues such as politics and whatnot. What is going on, man? Mister, they, them. Why can't you find any energy in your heart space that's on the right frequency? Stop telling everybody we're all the same because we're not. Each individual is different. I don't even want to be put in a class with anybody else any damn more because I'm so great. I don't even deserve to be put in a class with anyone else. And neither do you once you get to a certain headspace. You refuse to be classified. Venus is our morning and evening star, the stellar goddess and guardian of transitional awareness and higher consciousness. We read that part. Let's get to it. It's of the heart. She is the way shower of light and fifth dimensional reality, also known as unity consciousness. I kid you not, family. I did not read this before. I have not read this before. Never read this before. So you see the magic, the black magic, as they say, divine order, right? She is also known as unity consciousness. Her spiritual guardianship of humanity will be complete when our mass consciousness is based on love, light, and divine feminine wisdom. When you connect with Venusian energy, it is the opportunity for increased love and magnetism and spiritual charisma, a chance to shine your light and manifest your soul purpose and with increased grace, synchronicity, and sacred artistry. Her appearance in a reading signifies a time of creative and spiritual awakening. Told you I felt the shift. Did you? That shift wasn't just for me. That was a quantum shift for whoever is on that consciousness level and dimension. Okay? On from the fifth dimension higher. If your consciousness is there, You seriously felt the shift during this live stream. Just to see the heartfelt words spoken and have them manifest with the word to coincide is pure miracle, miraculous magic. But it's the fact that it's the truth that needed to be said at that time. Let us finish. I'm going to stop talking and read. Where was I? Yes. Her appearance in a reading signifies a time of creative and spiritual awakening. It is a reminder of the power of the heart and our ability to rise again after a time of karmic heaviness. Fire, yo. Let's go, family. Oh, we just shifted and went to a new place here. And every time I come here, because of tonight, every time I come here now, we talking about conscious things. This entire channel just shifted just now. Where's my niche? Speaking about consciousness and thinking and mental processes. That is my niche. That's where I'm at with it. That's what I do every day, all freaking day. And the people of my family will tell you they will be glad to share the philosopher with you. This is what I do. And I'm actually showing it manifesting wise right now. So the souls of Venus, her sons and daughters upon this earth, are not spiritually bound by the mass consciousness of the human collective. They naturally vibrate at a more loving frequency. They can be genuinely by the astonished by the cruelty, meanness, and displays of dominance that typify the dark side of human nature. Yet they have chosen to temporarily incarnate, to bind their souls temporarily to the laws of nature as they grow alongside their beloved earthly brothers and sisters. They share the higher resonance of their heart light, opening up the way for human evolution. Y'all literally just saw me open up my heart space to share. It's what I do. I get treated so mean by other people. I haven't had a good experience in these YouTube streets. I was blown away by a character called the Dark Lord because of I am into metaphysics and alchemy and everything. And I looked up to the brother, you know. I put him on a pedestal and I wanted to show my creativity, and he had a page. And one day I he told us to upload. He said share such and such, upload such and such if you're doing whatever. We had a lesson that we was doing. And I uploaded a bar of soap that I created. He thought I was trying to come, and I got responses from people that wanted to buy it from me or whatever. But it was just like a experiment and whatnot. But from the people's response, I was happy about it, and I responded back to them. Oh, well, he got on his page and smited me like, oh no, you ain't coming on here making no money. This is my money page. How dare you come in this page and only I'm gonna be getting from the people on here. It's your page. That wasn't my intention at all from my heart space. I was just sharing when you said upload something. It just so happens that it was more magnificent to others than even to me. And so that made the brother mad and he got all over me or whatever. And so go to another page. We don't want you here. Trying to publicly disrespect me. But you know what? I said, "Man, that was some years ago." I said, "Oh, okay. That's how this go. No problem. Peace be unto you. All is forgiven, but it's never forgotten." And since I'm being truthful, I haven't completely forgotten that forgiven it either because it wasn't necessary and I didn't do anything to anyone. So again, when you're about love and peace and you know that whatever you got, you worked so hard for it, you're not worrying about taking from anybody else because you're so smart. Everything you touch is turns to gold. Everything you touch is sell worthy. So you don't have to worry about anything like that. But as they say, I was gotten messed up. You know what I'm saying? You got me messed up when I would have been your best student or customer. But it's all good. You actually helped me learn to make my own shit. Thank you. And I've profited lucratively as well. So thanks for kicking me to the curb in such a mean ass way. You are forgotten about. Like, for real though. Nobody is saying you have to kiss nobody behind that's showing you that they don't want to be bothered and this and that. Be on your way. Be on your way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get flagged on my page or anything because I'm living in a higher consciousness, but they got choice words. But hey, when you trying to live in a higher consciousness, you can't even sweat the small stuff because that's exactly what that is. Small stuff. Very small. 666 small. So we moved on and we good. So now let us keep on reading because we're Venerians and we on this. We either be on this 8 ether consciousness, 9 ether consciousness already. Okay? You can be there. They can be genuinely astonished by the cruelty, meanness, and displays of dominance that typify the dark side of human nature. Well, I'm the dark goddess also because my sun is in Scorpio. So we're not going to get that twisted either. I'm always dwelling in a higher consciousness, so high that I know I embrace my dark side. That's how high of consciousness that I'm vibing on. So I can vibe on a loving frequency knowing that I am protected and I don't have to worry about wickedness in high places. And as they grow alongside their beloved earthly brothers and sisters, Venerians, they share the higher resonance of their heart light, opening up the way for human evolution. The spiritual sons and daughters of Venus belong here, yet at an inner level, they know they are not from here. This oracle reminds you that you are not bound by the ways of this world, and that part of your higher purpose is to help heal, soften, and awaken humanity. Not to be putting each other down and dissing each other in these YouTube streets because you look crazy about here. And definitely not on a league of someone that has raised their consciousness. The souls of Venus, her sons and daughters upon this earth. Wait a second. Where am I? We know we ain't from here. even if you find it hard to feel at home on earth. Oh, that's fire. Boom. Oh, we got. What we got? Oh. Uh. Oh. 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 Let's get. Have you ever felt like you don't belong here and to live on this earth is the hardest thing for you throughout this day? Throughout the day, just to feel like I know I don't feel like I belong here. I just don't. Even if you find it hard to feel at home on earth, perhaps sensing you are from the stars, Venus or otherwise, know you are meant to be here and that you belong in a very special way. There is a home here for you with the Earth Mother. Yes, you are so loved and needed and will attract whatever you require to fulfill your destiny. Know this for certain, y'all. Know that for certain. I'm going to take my blue light glasses off for a moment and put on my real specs because I'm tired of this hourglass for a minute. Let's get it. Yes, you are so loved, family. This is what I want everyone out there to know. I love you, and Mother Earth loves you, and the universe loves you. You are loved.
You are so loved.
Just had to be funny there for a minute. I'm off the chain. But let's get back to the love. Venus souls have a particular talent for creating beauty, laughter, working with light and spiritual energy, and calling to them whatever they want and need. That's my life, family. For real. You should subscribe and hang around and get to know Tonya 23. She's brilliant, magnificent, loving, caring, compassionate, super spiritual, super intuitive. And if she calls you a friend indeed for life you are. Yes. And anyone that the goddess loves, they become protected and have good luck also. I'm seeing this as I observe. Um, Again, Venus souls have a particular talent, as we said. You have your own healing journey. And part of that journey is your spiritual training in the ways of earth at this time. This will teach you what is needed to heal yourself and others. What you experience is what you need to others need healing from. So that's why you could take your experience and heal others. Just like any spiritual figure that you give power to. Um, this will teach you what is needed to heal yourself and others. You don't need to be afraid of the ways of the world. You are part of a spiritual team. You are not alone. That is here to help transform mass consciousness. You're part of a team. Look up. You're part of a team. This is a team mass consciousness effort. End of discussion. We are being aided. We can get your consciousness awakening, family. It's available for you. Just go somewhere alone. take a nature walk, and receive your messages. They're there. They're coming like light, like dust particles. Theta is the narrow range between 7 hertz and 8 hertz, which used to be the resonance of the earth. She would vibrate at 7, between 7 and 8 hertz. That 8 hertz is no more. It's much higher, like 15 now. Where's my Schumann Resonance app? Hold on. Let's see if they have adjusted this app because it'll tell us what the Schumann is right now. I have the freaking app. Schumann Resonance. Wow. An hour ago, they said the Schumann Resonance peaks. Let me go in here. Current Schumann, 7.83. I say it's much higher than that. I would say it's much higher than that, around 15 to 20 at this point. But they're saying that they're telling us that it's 7.83 right now. Something doesn't feel, I don't resonate with that right now at all. Let's try this. I have my tools here. When I need to question, my intuition is telling me that they're lying. Google and NASA and those people when it comes to this planetary analysis and tracking.
I feel like they lying their asses off right now. I feel like they lying their asses off right now. So we gonna check with our pendulum. Okay. Now, show me yes, great pendulum. Hold on. Show me yes, great pendulum. See how it spins around in the yes form? That is a yes coming from divine spirit.
No more spooky voice. This is real now. So, my trusty pendulum that I use when I want to question my intuition or confirm my intuition or whatever spiritual matters I have questions about. So, I feel like the government is lying about the earth vibrating at 7.83 hertz. So we're asking the pendulum, we're going to show our yes. That's our yes. Now, show the people no. That is a no position. Show me yes. That is yes. I'm trying to keep my hand as steady as possible. I am not controlling this pendulum. You must understand this. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna be using my pendulum every time I come on here to prove that this pendulum is answering the questions. I am connected to spirit. I am connected to spirit. So it's showing you a yes. Look, am I connected to spirit or am I a phony? Am I connected to spirit for real? You see that going around in a circle? You see that? Am I a phony, great spirit? That's the no position right there. Okay, so I'm not proving myself to nobody no more. Y'all seen it on here. Rewind it, come back. rewind and analyze it, stop and go. Do whatever it is you got to do. Great pendulum, stop. You can stop. You don't have to swing until I'm ready to ask the question again. You see, we're not here to prove anything. We are here to share our spiritual gifts. And it's time. I'm tired of being locked up in a closet. Y'all seen me. I shedded my last tear about worrying about what people think on me of me on this here YouTube. Cause I don't really give a damn. I am a goddess and it just is what it is. And so we gonna ask the question. Are they telling the truth? Are we actually vibrating at 7.83 hertz, great mother? Are we? Are we vibrating at 7.83? Is that true? You see, it's straight up no, right? My intuition is barely wrong. Barely. They're not telling the truth. Now, great pendulum. Are we vibrating much higher than 7.83? Much higher. Are we vibrating at least 15 hertz? Will we give it 15 hertz? Okay. So it's approximately 15. We probably at about 13, 14 hertz. See how it's spinning more? We getting closer. We probably at 12, 13, about 13 hertz. Okay, thank you, Great Pendulum. Thank you for your confirmation. And thank you for responding in front of the people because we are live. This is usually a private thing, but not anymore. Our gifts shall heal men and women moving forward. We're not hiding anything. I can tell you right now that was a lie. We are vibrating at about 13, 14 hertz per Mother Earth herself. As a goddess, you have a special connection to ask her whenever you want, whenever. Um, Venus souls, we have a particular talent. We already explained that. You have your own healing journey. Everyone does. So don't let anybody shun you about your healing journey. We're all going to heal together. So we're going to deal with all type of issues and we're not going to judge. We're just going to put the information out there and deal with it as if we all deal with it. Because if one deals with it, we actually all deals with it in mass consciousness. When you're thinking higher consciousness, the one, the all is part of the one. So you have to forget it. Forget the crap. Forget the crap. A human is a human is a human. We're not all the same, but we heal the same. We do. Especially when we're dealing with our heart space healing, and that is what this world needs. That is what we came here to offer this world. Heart space healing. We're dealing with strictly heart chakra healing over here. That is where all the poison lies, all the toxicity, and all the love. So we're going to change this. Theta is a narrow range. Maybe theta is 7 to 8, but the earth is not vibrating at that, which we access during deeper meditations and light sleep, including the dream state. The brain enters this during the in-between times, such as when we are falling asleep or waking up from deep sleep. These are moments in which our capacity to create our consciousness is heightened. At those times, we become aware of deep-seated programming and are able to heal by reframing it. That is where the healing, did you hear that? Reprogramming and reframing deep seated programming. That is the part we take the spoon and we scoop it out. We slap it out and we replace it with something more loving. Great! There are moments in which our capacity to create our consciousness is heightened. At these times, we become aware of deep seated programming. Well, need to read that again, and are able to heal by reframing it. During this state, you are conscious. This is where we do our regressions. This is where the regressions happen on the theta state. So, what we have to do is get the person to the theta state, and then we begin to ask our questions and connect to whatever deities or spirits are connected to the person within. We're all tethered to some spirits that are with us forever. Getting to know them is the journey. During this state, you are conscious, yet your body is deeply relaxed. You see everyday realities through the inner spiritual eye and come to understand yourself and your life with spiritual insight. Put simply, you may see things differently when you are in the theta state, and your life may make much more sense to you in a reading. The appearance of this oracle card is a special reassurance that from spirit, everything is unfolding within the protective grace of divine love, even if sometimes it appears not to be so. Mhm. It also indicates that you have the power to heal yourself and change your life for the better. In family, that's exactly the framework that I'm here to share with you. Oh, they're going to be mad when you don't have to spend all that money going to session after session after session with them. Oh, they're going to be mad. But that is not our problem. We are here to raise the mass consciousness by any means necessary. Simply put, everything is unfolding in divine order, even if it doesn't look so. Let it breathe. It also indicates that you have the power to heal yourself and change your life for the better. You do. Family, I used to smoke cigarettes. Guess when I quit? On the 4th of July. Haven't looked back. Cold turkey. Perhaps that's why I chew gum. I love it. I choose the cinnamon and the natural kind. Why not? I feel better. I look better. I am better. And it was all a stress thing. Sucking on urine sticks because I was stressed out. And one day it came out of nowhere. The healing that I so wanted. Because every puff I used to hate it. I couldn't stand it. The smell on my clothes and whatnot. How it overpowered my perfume, my $100 perfume, gone with a puff. It was disgusting. My teeth, look at my teeth now. My teeth are like 7 shades lighter. Look at that. Look, so fast. And the money I've saved, I bought me a gold unk, a golden 14 karat, a 24 karat dental gold unk. I'm not gonna give myself a whole teeth, but I want a golden unk on my teeth. They have the golden accessories, so I'm gonna get myself a unk and a star on my front teeth. I love it. Oh yes, bye bye, you stinking urine sticks. Hello, gold on my teeth. Get with the goddess because she's about progress, I'm telling you. Well, anyways, you're going to see because the information that I'm here to share with you is simply straight from up above. And so you won't be able to ignore it. Before I go, I always leave a healing process because I'm a meditator. So here is a meditation, a full meditation. I'm sharing out the book for you. Do it. Find a place where you can relax, such as your bed or your lounge, those of us that have lounge areas, without being disturbed or distracted. Place your hand simply on your heart and say the following prayer. I call upon the spiritual guidance which loves me unconditionally and the higher guiding angels of Venus and Theta that I may experience through grace, mercy, and compassion that which is most beneficial to my well-being and my well-meesters out there that I am in charge for right now for the greatest spiritual good of all sentient beings, the greater spiritual good of all beings, the greater spiritual good of all beings, the little kitty cats, the little doggies, the birds. Take all your old bread and crackers, give it to the birds, they're starving. Please help them. I'm ready to create a 501c foundation and just collect bird food and just feed the birds of the world and get a van and travel to every state just feeding the various birds. It's so bad. There was I think it was a falcon or a buzzard that came down in a residential area for food, and it was roadkill. Our poor animals of the air are eating roadkill, not even the ones that like it. Help save the birds. Join the Tonya 23 Save the Birds Coalition. I actually give them about $33 worth of bread a month. So if you'd like to donate $33 in my Cash App, it's Tonya 1116 Tonya 1116. You shall get a receipt to take it off on your taxes because I am legit as a business. So any donations that I receive, you're giving it to the Minister of Wellness. So please send it, and it will be used to feed hungry birds that are out on the streets. Like it or not, the birds help keep the right frequency of the earth. Feeding them is a great blessing, people. In this prayer, you're placing your hand over your heart and you say, I call upon the spiritual guidance which loves me unconditionally and the higher guiding angels of Venus and Theta that I may experience through grace, mercy, and compassion, that which is most beneficial to my well being for the greatest spiritual good of all sentient beings. It is now time to go through a relaxation process. You can do this in whatever way works for you, but you may like to visualize and your breath to imagine you are softly and gently letting your mind settle into your body and your body settle into the earth. As you relax, feel increasingly still and rest your awareness in the present moment. Let your awareness continue to settle and rest deeper within. Rather than focusing on what is happening around you, you may be aware of sounds, for example. But as you turn your awareness within, they will have less effect on you. You are neither fully alert nor fully asleep. You can be aware of the world around you, yet focused on nothing in particular. Impressions will go and come and go. Rest, drift, be in this in between state of being for as long as you like. When you have had enough of this experience, ground yourself with some physical movements. You may not realize how far you have drifted out of everyday awareness until you begin to return to it. Take your time to ground yourself fully. You have completed your healing process. Hydrate, which means drink some water immediately after, and be healed. Amen Ra and Amen and Amen and Amun Re. Healing, healing to you all, and healing to myself, and self-love to you all, and self-love to myself. Peace, love, and light. I believe now that is all. I believe I have completed, finally completed my mission, which is to go live with being myself and get comfortable with it. Because I'm going to try to be here with something positive for everyone every single day. Because I love doing this. Ashe, Ashe. Yes. And before I go, one the lovely comedic pyramid spin, let us get in tune together. I can do magic, magic, magic. I can do magic, magic, magic. Where will it stop? Nobody knows. Spin and spin and spin and spin. Ah, we have a point. It's actually pointing at a set of glyph. And I will decipher. It is the third eye at the top, then the snake below it, Kundalini. This is the Kundalini rising glyph. Got to be. Everything is up though. Amen. Oh, I see a little kitty cat. I see a little kitty cat coming though here. Super awesome. I have a class I'm actually taking of reading, trying to decipher the alphabet so I could read Medu Necher, so that I can read it in English form. Right now, I message from the heart. This is actually a sound language also. You meditate on it. You look at the image, meditate, and it shall come to you what it means. I just dropped plenty fire right there, and I'm still spinning. So on that note, I'm going to keep on spinning, but I'm going to let y'all go because it seemed like it's going to be a little spinny here. But it's going to stop. Let's see where it stops this time. What adventure? Ah, it stopped right on the sarcophagus. And we shall meditate and know what that is. Whatever it is, we know it is divine. It is this one right here, which is right there. The same little one, right? Anyone out there who can decipher what that sarcophagus says, I will give you a prize from Shea Butter Me by Tonya 23. I will literally mail you a prize if you decipher this glyph for me right there. Okay? And I know that looks like Osiris right there. So you have 3 days to decipher that. Give me a comment, leave in the comment section that you are the one, and you shall win a prize. Ashe, Uncle Jocelyn, to everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. You've got me so great that I barely want to get off of here, you know, but we will. Peace, y'all.